everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor, and today we're going to wrap up our thoughts on the 2021 BMW M3 competition. We are out here in some of the best roads that southeastern Michigan has to offer. Been doing a little fun driving. We're actually out driving the Volkswagen Taos earlier today, so if you want to see that, keep an eye on the channel. But completely different side of the market, BMW's beastly sedan here, the M3 competition, technically. Carbon fiber roof and all. Now, I'm really happy about this car because I didn't expect to like it. I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't been a big fan of a lot of BMW M stuff lately. Pretty much only the M2, but if you've seen my videos on the M5, actually we haven't done the M5 yet, but if you've seen our videos on the M8 competition, and we've got an M5 that I've driven before that we're gonna have a video coming up on soon, they just haven't really done it for me. Even the more base BMWs haven't done much for me. I've really only been impressed by the SUVs, which is kind of sad for BMW, but I've been happy with this car, and we're gonna talk about why. Not only do these wheels look awesome, the grille, love it or leave it, it's at least dark, along with this beautiful dark blue color. I think if you get highlighter orange over this blue, you're crazy. And then looking on in this beautiful, nearly white leather interior with the black inserts, these seats are just about perfect. And oh my goodness, does this thing sound good. I need another person here to get out and do some revs for us, but it should be a surprise to no one watching this video that the M3 is fast and capable in performance driving. So most of this is not going to be talking about that. We are going to start off and we're going to drive pretty spiritedly here for a minute. But then we're just going to talk about how great this car is as a daily driver. In fact, I see a car kind of going to be up in our way, so maybe we'll go this direction. And I'm just gonna kind of shut up for a minute or two here and just drive this thing and let you listen to this wonderful inline six. Tell you that sound does not get old, and if you do find it to get old, you go bloop bloop. Listen to that. Obviously still can hear it when you're on it hard, but it quiets down so much. Engine noise gone. And that transitions us into talking about why this is such a great car for just having as a car. That's what the M3's always done such a great job at, is being a vehicle that you can go out and beat sports cars on the track, but then also drive into the office on Monday and be perfectly comfortable. The reason I've been so happy with this car is because the BMW M cars lately have been manic. They can go fast, they can be pushed hard, but they don't feel good doing it. They're like, okay, let's go fast. And they just kind of, they go through the motions, they do what you need them to do, but you don't feel connected to the vehicle. This is the first M car I've driven in a long time, aside from the M2, that's actually danced with me, that's communicated with me, and managed to have such a bandwidth, to be such a docile, smooth riding machine, and then be able to be turned up to 11 and feel comfortable doing it. iDrive is one of the best infotainment systems on the market. We do have an individual review on both the sound system of this M3 as well as the M340i, which has the same system, so I'll link those in the description. We also did a mini highway fuel economy test with this M3 where it did remarkably well, 30 miles per gallon on the highway at 70 miles per hour. This thing's only rated for 23 by the EPA, but it's so well engineered that it vastly exceeded its estimates. Look at this, as I'm just cruising along, I'm doing the speed limit, I'm in top gear, I could be having the radio on, I've got the air conditioning going, got my navigation, I could be having a conversation with one of my 4 passengers. It's a BMW that I could actually see myself wanting to own someday, and I think that says a lot, because a lot of the cars we drive, I'm kind of like, you'd be better off with a Accord, or you'd be better off with a used Town & Country, or you'd be better off with a used car. But this M3 is there's little to complain about. That being said, the Mercedes C63S does still exist, and that is just that much better at the limit. The AMG cars, the ability you have to grab them and wring them out and then dial them way back, I prefer their capability. They're still more communicative with their steering and more satisfying and easier, more accessible to push to the bitter limits. But now that there are rumors that the C63 will go to a 4-cylinder, I could absolutely see the appeal to getting the rip-snorting 500 plus horsepower inline 6 coming out of this BMW M3. I love these M buttons too, because right now I'm just chilling along, but I can press M2, press the traction control button, and then do we have a clear coast? Yes, we do. And then right after that, you press M1 again, and you're back into your chill mode. I love that this thing is rear-wheel drive too. I know they're going to be coming out with an all-wheel drive model, but it's just on the brink of too much power for rear-wheel drive. It's 100% manageable when you've got all the nannies on, and I like that you can go into the BMW M dynamic mode, and then it allows you to hang the rear end out and have a little bit of fun without turning everything off, so it still saves you from those super bad situations and allows you to have fun. It lets the leash out a little bit. This thing feels proper with rear-wheel drive, and all-wheel drive is just going to add heft and complexity and less efficiency, more power suck. Unless you're going to take this rally racing, just stick with rear-wheel drive. We are going to be spending a lot more time in the M4 with the manual, so non-competition manual M4 in a few weeks, and I'm really excited about that. I wasn't very excited before, but now, having spent some time in this and enjoying it, thoroughly enjoying it, I'm looking forward to the M4. I prefer the sedan body style. Not only is it more practical, I think it looks a little bit better, honestly, but that M4 is going to be awesome to try driving with the manual. That being said, you can't really get much better than this ZF 8-speed. So I can see the appeal to either. So as we wrap this up, I hope you all understand, if you're coming to our channel for the first time, watch some of our other BMW videos. I haven't been nearly as kind to them. I haven't even been as kind to this car in the sound system review. But I love getting into a car that I don't expect to be that good and then being thoroughly impressed. It defeats my bias, if you will. So, awesome job, BMW, on this M3. This isn't the most comprehensive video you're going to find on the M3 out there on the YouTube machine, but I wanted to make it to enunciate to you all how happy I am that BMW made a sweet car. Because it's not always happening these days. Pull it right here in the middle of everything. All of that abuse and that temperature needle never even moved. Cool. Well, thank you all so much for watching. If you want to see more on the BMW M3, check the links in the description. And stay tuned for when we get the M4 here in a few weeks. And we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.